In today's video, we're going to be talking about what sold fast from this thrift store trip, but we're also going to talk about the few things that didn't sell so fast and why I think they haven't sold yet. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. My name is Margaret. I'm a reselling homeschooling mom. I flip things on eBay and other platforms from thrift stores, garage sales, and other places to help support my family. And in this video, we're going to be going through the thrift store. I've kind of cut it down to just the parts where I've picked up things that I've already listed, things that have sold. They've sold really quickly before I could even get this thrift hangout listed or put up on YouTube. These things sold, so I thought it'd be fun to go through and show you the things that I picked up that sold really fast and the things that are still sitting in my store that haven't sold yet. Even though this is only about a month old, a lot of the things have already sold, but it is good to go back and take a look at some of the things that are not selling. Take a close look at them and find out why they're not selling. Maybe the pictures are bad, maybe my titles aren't great. It's good to go back and look and figure out why those things aren't selling yet. Let's dive in here. One of the areas that I like to go through are the purses, the wallets, because you can get things for pretty cheap that can flip for a really good profit. So here I am looking through the wallets and apparently just trying to get something out of the way. And first off, right off the bat, I see this beaded, bangled, little crossbody purse, which I'm covering up now. That little vintage one. This vintage one might, well, it looks vintage. Might have been a good pickup. But as you can see, the stars and stripes there, that little beaded purse is one that I picked up. And this I listed and it sold. I paid $3 for it and it already sold for $20. So if I see things like this out and about in the future, I know definitely something I'm going to pick up. It probably brought me in a good $12 to $15 profit on eBay. And you'll notice here that I've got a few different things that have sold on different platforms. So digging in here, still looking, there's actually a few other things. Aha, that fell. So this is the next item that I do pick up. This is a checkbook cover from Coach. It's a vintage one. It's got some scuffs, some pen marks, but it sold really quickly as well. I paid $1.50 for that and it sold for $30. So definitely something, you know, if you see vintage Coach, even if it's got some scuffs and nicks on it, it might be worth the pickup. Then going through here, again, looking back at this video, I see some things that maybe I should have picked up, like this little kiss lock. I believe this, oh, what is this brand? I'm not sure. But I've been doing a little research and I'm noticing that a lot of these kiss lock style wallets and purses have been selling. So it's something that I'm definitely on the lookout for now that I've done a little more research and digging. Some of these red wallets are ones that maybe I should have picked up, because I know personally I like to have bright colored wallets in my purse so I can reach in and find it real fast. So if it's leather, brightly colored, it might be something worth picking up. This one, I wasn't sure about this brand. But coming up here in just a second, I find a really nice quilted Steve Madden wallet. I show it pretty quickly, so that's why I'm starting to talk about it now. So Steve Madden, it was really great shape. It had this quilted look to it. And I picked it up. Let's see, it's coming. This looks like one of those that was like a Ipsy type bag, so I kind of avoid those because I see a lot of them. Let me know if that's something that you guys pick up. But here's the Steve Madden wallet. It's in really nice shape. I paid, let's see, I paid $4 for that and it sold really quickly for $35. I ended up taking an offer on Mercari on that one for, I think I'd listed it for $45. But I always like having best offer available because I tend to list things a little bit higher. So as you might see some shoes there. Those shoes are ones I did not end up picking up. But I did a video recently showing all the shoes that I did buy from this this trip. There are some purple not purple Vans, but purple Converse that you see in the cart that you might see there that did sell. I meant to put the clip in here for those, but they did sell for, let's see, what was it? It was $9 that I bought them for, and they sold for $25. So even though there was a big buy-in on those, I definitely made a pretty good profit on that, $10 maybe. I don't know a whole lot about the electronics section. I just kind of look for vintage items when I'm there, or anything that might stand out, just as something really cool and unusual, maybe something that I don't recognize. Otherwise, I just kind of gloss over this section. I know there's money to be made here, but I just don't know what it is. I'm going around the end cap here and you'll see a little vintage toy canoe. I do pick this up, and it sold really quickly as well. It's paid $2 for it, and it sold for 10. Even though it's not a huge profit, I mean, that's a $5 item. It's pretty small. It sold really quickly, and it was easy to store and ship. So wanted to include that. So sometimes little sales, you know, they add up. I'm happy to have them. Those little $5 sales, I call it the bricks and mortar. The bricks are those big sales, those big ticket items, and then the smaller $5, $7 sales, or that mortar between all those bricks, because it'd be nice to always have big sales, but it doesn't always happen. So having those little sales can really make up the difference. I thought about getting that, but then the light in there was like loosey-goosey, and it didn't have a way to clip it in there, so I wasn't sure. Like, I was on the fence about it. I think I put it in the, maybe I put it in the cart. You see how the light in there, it feels like it should have had clips. I always look at the toys and the games. So here I'm going through the games, and there's, you know, I generally look for things that are vintage, things that are new and sealed, things that are maybe unusual, that have a really big subject matter. Here we've got some sort of Asian, I don't know if it's a toy or a game or what. I wasn't quite sure what it was. Maybe a science kit. It might have been something I should have picked up and looked at a little closer, but I ended up putting it back. But one thing I do end up picking up here is a puzzle that is new and sealed. It's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer puzzle from the movie. Hang on, I'm gonna get down to it in a second here. Sushi Go. This one was sealed. I saw this one actually at a game store. We were looking at buying it, but we didn't end up getting it. So here's the Rudolph puzzle that I got. Now, as you might imagine, it has not sold yet. It is listed for $15, but I like to look at the title, make sure I have everything spelled right. Do I have puzzle in my title? It's a Christmas puzzle, so yeah, it's not sold yet. Going through here, I am starting to look at picking up Plush again, Plush, stuffed animals, dolls, because there's a lot of money that can be made in that section as well. I checked the back of this doll because I have sold the Bitty Babies from American Girls, and they can sell for a really good profit. I don't know this doll, but I was like, well, maybe I need to look them up, because I know there are quite a few other dolls that make money, but I just don't know the brands and stuff yet. If you do, let me know in the comments down below some of the brands of dolls that you pick up. There are a few elephants in this big bunch of stuffed animals, and I like to pick up things that are, like, people have their favorite animals, you know. So I do pick up a couple, well, I pick up a couple, but I only buy one of the elephants here. It's this big fluffy one right here, and he has not sold yet. It's quite large. I do have it listed for $54, so that part of it may be the price point. But also my picture's not fantastic. It's really big, so I was having trouble photographing it. So I think that might be something I need to go back and get some better pictures of this elephant. Otherwise, it may just be, you know, some items just take a little bit longer to sell. Some are very quick short sellers or short tail items, and others are longer tail items. I do pick up this elephant as well, but I found quite a few of them up, and they weren't really selling that well. The other elephant I didn't find. I think maybe I found one up, but it had not sold either. This was pretty cute. I thought he was a jelly cat, but I don't think he ended up being a jelly cat, which is a brand that can sell for really good money as well. The next item here that I do pick up that has already sold is this, and I'm going to butcher the name of this brand, Rikokuma. I paid $3 for this, and it sold for $28. So if you see that brand, definitely one worth picking up. That looks like Beetle Bailey now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I should have taken a closer look at that little military guy right there. This little Easter sloth is one that maybe I should have picked up as well. Is it an Easter sloth? I think it had little bunny ears on it. So here I am in the section with the plates, bowls, mugs, glassware. I don't know a ton about plates and things like that. I look for vintage ones. I look for flow blue. There's certain ones that jump out at me. But I'm still trying to learn more about that. I do end up picking up this Deadpool goblet. I could not find another one like it. Even though it's got some wear, I did pick it up and listed it. It has not sold yet. I have it listed for $50, which might be too much, but I'm willing to wait because it's another one of those items that's just waiting for that right buyer. So I'm willing to leave it up. I'm okay with having things that sit a little bit longer, because when the right buyer comes along, then my item's there and I can get a high price for it. In just a second here, you'll see, I'm going to zoom over. I'm looking at these Roaring 20s. I see these from time to time, and I'm thinking now, maybe I should have looked them up, but I didn't. I did buy quite a few of these Ray Dunn mugs. I looked them up and I saw solds on the ones that I picked up, but the ones that I did pick up have not sold yet. So it just may take time. I have them all listed for about $20 a piece. These are some pretty cool trays. That one had kind of a mess on it, but those really cute, like bamboo mid-century modern style trays are really, really cool. I would have picked those up if it didn't have that gross mark on it. I find here a little lidded Longaberger basket. These can sell. They're just a little bit longer sellers. This one's in really nice shape, and I have it listed still. It has not sold yet, but I paid, here we go, I paid, oh, I didn't put on here what I paid for it, but I think it was $3 or $4, and I still have it listed for 35 bucks. Again, I'm willing to wait for the right buyer to come along, so don't mind it sitting on the shelf for a little longer. Again, I need to go back and make sure I have all the words spelled correctly. Basket is in the title, handle, lid, all of that stuff, because that can really make a difference if I'm leaving out important keywords. I was tempted to get that little carving, but I didn't. Then at this Goodwill, there were quite a few Hindu little statues. I didn't get them all. They wanted a little more on some of them than I wanted to pay. This one I should have gotten because it was really nice. But I ended up getting this little tiny Ganesh elephant. It was super tiny, and I think it was about $1. But I feel like maybe now looking back, I should have gotten the rest of them because this one sold pretty quickly. It just went out. Maybe it was listed for 2 weeks or so. But for me, I was pretty happy with that. Teeny tiny, took a chance on it. I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $18. So I'm kind of thinking I should have picked up the other Hindu little idols, I guess is what you would call them, little statues, figurines, but live and learn. Those are the things from this thrift store that I have listed that sold really, really quickly. If you've got any things that have been selling for you really quickly, leave a comment down below. And if you like videos like this, make sure that you've gone down there and hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified when I put out new videos. And if you're not yet, follow me over on Instagram and Facebook at Texas Gal Treasures. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Bye.